Good evening, sports fans, or day if you're one of those weird people that sleep during the night and work during the day, because we don't, because we're Blood Bowl players. We're here today at Chateau Nuffle. Looks very majestic, and we're going to see a classic game, undoubtedly, between Bretonnians and Skaven, the Pegasus Flyers and the Craven Flibbergibbets. Big J, or Middle J, Small J, how are you today?
Today I'm feeling quite middle, slightly hungover. We are in Chateau Nuffle, the land of Chateau wine. Nuffle's greatest grape, I believe.
Those bottles of red hit me very hard, I don't like you.
Yeah, I'm not sure that was wine.
Well, no, because I mean that's obviously the crowd was throwing the bottles at us before the game. So, Skaven, what are your thoughts?
A bit ratty.
I want to talk about the Skaven, the opponents here, and not your opinion of me.
I like their attire, purple. It's a good look on them.
Stands out against the green. And these Bretonnians, I mean, they're pretty fierce and they look pretty tidy so far. Have you met any Bretonnians in your short stay over here, Chateau Nuffle?
Not as of yet. So interesting to see how they play. They have been lethal up until now within their first match. So interesting to see how they play against the deadly and lightning quick Skaven.
And if you especially look at the way they're setting up, they're taking a leaf out of the Orcs book here. They're going. I think their motive is clear. They want to go and get some Skaven hides, I think. Yeah.
So yeah, they chose to kick off. So they're playing in defence. But with a line like that, it looks like they're prepared to rush forward. And the Skaven creating a asymmetrical startup. A cheese wedge.
That's a Skaven cheese wedge. I recognise that from my days of playing. Of course, I was always at the forefront of the other side of the pitch just to make sure that I was nowhere near the cheese. Because once you're at the point, oh hello, the referee's going to have his. I hope he's got big pockets there. He's going to take all the bribery money.
Oh, and that was a short kick. Look at that, right next to the line of scrimmage.
I might buy the cheese wedge as well. The Skaven players would have loved this, no doubt. Bretonnians, are they just men in pointy hats?
They're knights in shining armour.
I mean, yellowy green. It looks a bit like urine. I'm not going to lie to you. Although it's going to cover up that person's
Skaven dodge failed already.
I mean that's if you're Bretonnian, your little eyes are going to light up with glee there.
So this is the danger. They've broken through already, and
there he
no
goes.
one in the backfield. We got a gutter runner doing gutter runner things,
and here comes the other gutter runner doing more gutter runner things.
They're doing a lot of dodges. We're leaving that ball unprotected, which is a little bit risky, but so far so good.
Well, they've still got it kind of tagged up, so it's still looking relatively safe. And here comes the thrower with his robot arm. There he is. He's got it ready and loaded. Now the Brett's turn to try and I don't know. Go crack a few.
Well, if they can get around the other side, that ball carrier isn't really protected from anyone around the back.
No, they seem very intent on getting the gut runners, which, to be honest, is obviously a very good tactic.
Yeah, they have got targets on their little hoods, haven't they?
Yeah, so that one over the touchline is probably going to escape the brunt of it. But I mean, many people say the only good rat's a dead rat. But I think they've got mafia collections.
Bit ratist.
Oh, exactly. I mean. And here on Smash and Grab Television, we're far from rattis. We embrace all forms of Blood Bowl players. Oh, wrestle!
Oh, I'd like to see a good wrestle going on.
I mean, I'm getting flashbacks to early hours of the morning. I think me and you may have engaged in some after that last bottle of bread.
Down at Bugman's Bar, having a naked man crusher burger.
I mean, how you managed to go and dislocate your jaw and get the entire thing in there in one go was a work of engineering genius. Now here come the rats. You got the gut runner completely on his own.
There's a running lane, complete running lane, easily protected, so they can get through there.
That's not a running lane. That's a running highway. I mean,
is it going to be a handoff to the gutter runner, or
you may as well?
It's a handoff. Oh, unlucky.
It's always the way.
Oh no!
And even I mean,
still, that's of all the places for it to land. At least there's some protection there. It's mild protection.
There are some Bretonnians that are looking very much to get around there and getting their hands on the pig bladder. Do they make it out of pig
Oh.
bladders anymore? Or was it demon eggs? I always forget. You know, and you see now the Brets are playing the long game. They can sense they're going to get the ball back here. Push a man downfield.
That blitzer up there is looking deadly. It's a tactic we've seen in the last game.
Well, I didn't because I kept my eyes closed because you know I'm a pacifist.
You're all about the bowl.
I'm all about the bowl, mainly because I've seen enough blood in my time. You can't see me now, but I'm gazing off to middle distance.
Oh, he's by the sideline. Is he going to stay there? That's looking a bit dangerous. I mean,
it's never. But this is why they call you Jay the Surfer P. And double down as a wrestle.
They've got wrestle. They do have wrestle. God,
wrestle is so handy to go and bail you out of these situations where otherwise you'd be rubbish. I mean, yeah.
There's still a running lane down there. If they can pick that ball up, they can go straight to that touchdown.
They haven't blocked it off at all, have they?
No, but there is protected. I mean, it's covered in a lot of tackle zones, that ball, so it'll be difficult to do. But we know what gutter runners are like. They love doing that sort of thing.
A few cheeky JP pushes, and there's going to be some Brets in the crowd. With the, and even though it's a home ground, I can see a few rats down there eager to go and greet them. Yes. These rats certainly aren't messing about, are they?
They're quite happy to get stuck in, that's for sure.
I mean, mind you, if you consider the lineman, the Brett's lineman's armour is basically as paper thin as the Skaven's armour, then I'm not too worried. And now he picks it up.
Doing gutter runner things. What
Isn't it typical? On the handoff, he drops it twice. When there's no one around him and the game's on the line, he picks it up. 1-0 to the Craven Moor Ratty Rats. That's a new name, by the way.
You can't trust them, can you?
No, you can't.
Runners, they do gutter runner things, like elf things, but even more annoying.
This is why they got knives. Because you can never turn your back on a gutter runner. So 3 turns in, the Skavens have done what they usually tend to do, which is score quite early on.
But this may work in the Brets, but
exactly.
I mean they chose to kick off, so they may be going for the 2-1 grind here.
It looks like
if you want that, you want your opposition to score early. So they've now got they've got 6 chances, haven't they? 6 turns to score that touchdown before the end.
Very much did look like they were more than happy for the Skavens to score the first touchdown. Safe in the knowledge that their flying Knights of Doom would swoop in and go and score one up.
Speaking of flying Knights of Doom, again we got a strong line of scrimmage presence.
It is, but at least the Skaven this time, they know what's coming, so they've set a nice little defensive line.
As a gentle gust, sorry about that. Kicking in.
Why does it smell of beets?
Don't ask.
I mean, I could spread that on my baguette, and I'm talking about the baguette we got from the baguette shop down at Touchline, and not anything else. Oh, at this point, I should just go and a quick word for my sponsors. Wolf Snacks. When you need a snack for your wolf pack. I don't know why I have to say this nonsense. I mean,
pays the bills. Pays for your ex-wives.
It does, and as you know, I've got plenty of them. And that blitzer, you can see there, even though that gutter runner was all the way down the pitch, the blitzer knew that he wanted to go and gouge his eyes out. Oh, that's going to leave a mark. I think, as they say on that rival show, kapow! The Kapow show, of course, which is not affiliated with the Crash Bang Wallop Cup.
Even though they want to be.
They want to be because they want to be just like us, and they can't. This Brett line of scrimmage is it's
doing its job, isn't it? It really is doing its job.
Because the problem with having that second line of 3 rats behind them is that they can get pinned quite easily at this rate. Okay, they've got the mobility, but the Bretonnians might find a way to go and outmaneuver them.
Well, see, they've done a good job of going in and taking that gutter runner. All right, they only pushed it back, but it's pushed far enough away to not cause them a lot of problems. Yeah. And the other one's on the other side of the pitch.
And with their inherent slight lack of strength, then granted they've got the speed, but it's not going to help very much when you've lost your teeth. And 3 gutter runners as well. I mean, I know your thoughts on gutter runners. You're not a fan.
I'm only not a fan because I never coached Skaven. Had I coached Skaven, I'd be a massive fan of them.
That's true. But I know in your distant past you coached those skinks.
Skinks are wonderful.
Yeah, they're basically just hairless gutter runners, in my opinion.
And you get more of them.
Yeah, but which one would you take into a bath?
Skink.
I know you say that because of the natural amphibious nature, but have you considered a rat's fur? It would really help get into certain parts which skink scales just don't touch.
This is true, but I worry about the plug hole.
Plug hole? They were obviously paying you far more than they're paying me. I just have to go and frolic around in the street outside. Now the Bretonnians here, they're going to try and make a bit of a gap. I don't think they've got quite enough to go and hold off these rats. Oh, hello.
He's being brave. Oh, it's not good. Oh, he's got block.
Yes.
Whoa, saved by the skill.
Well, you've got to say, these gut runners, they know how to take a punch at the moment because none of them, they're all still on the pitch, which is surely going to be the Bretonnian coaches.
So he's making a cage, but he's making a cage in a cross and not in the corners, which leaves an access to the ball runner.
Yeah.
Unless that guy can get... Oh, yeah. So
that's going to help, but there's still a lot of rats over on the other side of the pitch.
Yeah, and he's done well at keeping them boxed in, actually.
Again, I think it's just down to the way that the Skaven deployed. We just sort of 2 rows of 3 quite close together. That was going to be one of the unfortunate things if they get pinned, but as you know, they're quite good at manoeuvring around, so...
Yeah, with most of the team actually behind the ball carrier, there isn't a lot of defense really come from there unless they can free them up and just get them all to pile in. So this is a good move. It's going to clear the ball carrier out.
Exactly. I've got a whole feeling the rats are going to start coming up like they did up your plug hole the other night and just start swarming towards it. Yes. And no one likes that.
There we go. There's a gap.
Oh,
lucky.
I mean, but in the game of Blood Bowl, you need a bit of luck, and there's nothing quite like watching a Bretonnian land face first on the floor.
Where's the ball going?
Oh! Nuffle giveth and Nuffle just gives back some more. It's just, that was evil. The Bretonnians, after what looked like a moment of disaster, has turned into a moment of opportunity.
And that turnover has helped them a lot from there.
There's still a hell of a lot of rats there. They're going to have to go and get a big brush to go and clear some of them out.
Oh, but are both down, and it's another turnover. He's not wrestled, did he?
In this drive, there's no one's been able to get any momentum, really, have they?
So that ball carrier is open.
He's looking like he's going to get a bit of a smack, isn't he? Kapow.
He's down. Oh, he's got fend still. He's still surrounded.
Ain't going to help him very much.
Oh, he's
They're
dragging him off.
They're dragging him off by his bootlaces.
Oh, and it's a gutter runner that's picked it up. Typical.
Although he is a little hemmed in, but I'm sure his little rat chums are going to go make a bit of a hole.
He's only got to dodge twice or once if the other one can free him up.
I think it's going to be enough, isn't it? And now that other rat's free, he can go and...
See, now that's interesting. So
tag him up. Oh, yeah, but the problem is he's got that other one on the floor. Is he going to keep going?
Yeah, he is.
Yes, you would do, wouldn't you?
Keep running. So they're all tagged up now. Now this is a complete switch, isn't it?
And the Bretts, I don't think they're going to get back in time, especially with dodging like that.
Yeah.
This is a complete reverse-a-roo, as my old nan would say.
Did not see that coming. Not see that coming.
The Skaven here are going to score their second touchdown.
Oh my word!
And to be fair, if your Blood Bowl uniform consisted of a cape, you would run really fast too. Bloody-maw Cravens 2 up, and it's not even the end of the first half yet. This could be a bit of a whitewash.
It just shows you, doesn't it? I mean, that turnaround was so quick. They're just lightning fast. You've really got to just keep an eye on those gutter runners. You want to block, foul, repeat, and then hopefully get them off. But easier said than done because they can just dodge out of the way.
I don't know about you as well. This season, whereas last season we were inundated with deaths, this season we've been inundated with touchdowns, mainly involving the Bretonnian team as well. So this time, unfortunately, they were a bit at the end of it.
Oh, and it's another short kick. But this time on
fumble.
the Bretonnian side, that could be very useful for them.
If they can actually pick the ball up.
There we go.
Got it. They do have enough time, but they're going to have to go and get their gadget boots in, which is totally a thing in this day and age.
So he won't have enough time to run unless it's.
Let's hope to do a better job of
Oh, they're
blocking
gonna
up
have to.
this time.
Yeah, of course they're gonna have to pass, aren't they?
They're gonna have to go and give it a risk.
So he's setting himself up a launch pad, isn't he?
The only problem with this, of course, is if by any miracle, I mean, it's unlikely the Rats are going to score, but Bretts could really do with getting one back here.
God, he's an ugly-looking guy, isn't he?
That's me. You weren't actually looking at the pitch then, Jay. You were looking at me.
Awkward.
I know. Okay. I mean, it's fine. I guess I still haven't got over the time that you dropped me for the cup final, but that's fine because I was in the finest form of my career. But 13 rushing touchdowns in the season. Oh my word! These Bretts, it's like there's jam on the floor and they're hungry for jam.
It's cheese. That's what it is.
Cheese from the cheese pointy bit earlier. Completely forgot what I was talking about formation wise. The Skaven now can just go and do what they wanted. I'm pretty sure this is again.
No, so they need to tag up those players, and if they can knock them down, because that's going to stop any ability of reaching the end zone.
Especially that blitz today. He's probably the most dangerous player there.
Yeah, so he's pushed back, but he's still got the ability now.
Yeah, I'd say if that thrower he might have to move up the pitch because he's left a running lane. And I know he's not going to get down there, but unfortunately he's going to be unimpeded. And yes, I know what unimpeded means.
Oh.
I saw it on the newspaper this morning.
It's a bit like a millipede, right?
It's got to be. Just with like 17 legs instead of 100.
A million.
Well, obviously. I mean, what is a million? Oh dear. These Bretts.
Oh, unfortunate. Oh, they're so unlucky.
They have left their punching fists in the dressing room. And it's half time, so at least they can hopefully go in and find them. Perhaps it's underneath their jock straps.
That's so unlucky. One for the Bretts try, and they have tried so hard to get that touchdown and get that. Unfortunate, just showing how the Rats can turn over so quickly from a series of unfortunate Nuffle curses.
So second half, who's your money on?
So, I mean, odds on are it's going to be the Skaven, but I can't. I just, there's something in this where I still think it's close. I think the Bretts can not only come back, but can win.
There's definitely more touchdowns than this. I can sense it in my water.
Both are so quick.
There's no way the Bretts can have as bad a half as they did last time.
Cheeky little pass.
That's just rinsing for star player points. We know what he's doing.
But he's got the ability now to move up if he wants.
I think he's just trying to go and see, because whereas last time, every time they pushed up so far, something's gone awry. So I think they're just trying to see what they can do to this line of scrimmage. And
so interesting Skaven defence there. The three and then the three back. How do you feel about that?
I can't. Me personally, I think they're a bit too close. I think if they're another square back, I think this gives them a bit more time. Because the problem is, if you saw in the first half, as soon as the line of scrimmage gets pushed back, you got no gap, no separation between them. So everyone's very condensed. If you can go and try and get on each corner, you can almost like cage them up, really. And
right. So you can tie them up quite quickly. It's interesting. I've not seen it before.
I haven't either. I've seen a lot of interesting formations so far in this league. So the Orcs as well, they put on a rather unusual formation a day, which worked very well against the Undead. But these Bretonnians are eager to get back in this game as quickly as humanly possible.
First turn, and look how far up they are. They can sniff the
There's Pug Ugly again. What a left hook.
What? That was me.
Oh, sorry.
You weren't looking at the pitch.
I wasn't. Can you stop punching the McMurty burger vendors as well? Because I'm hungry. So they've made some decent inroads. Obviously, the Rats are still going to come around them, but
yeah, I mean they're not protected really. They've got a couple of guys there, but you can still knock that ball carrier down and dislodge that ball. And
as we saw in the first half, these Skaven sure can motor, and if they get that ball free, they've still got two gutter runners standing on their.
They're not weak either. They can fight Skaven. That's the thing. They can still fight as well as being fast.
Even without a Ratogo, which this team doesn't have, but of course they're quite a polarizing member of the team. Have you got a stance on Rat-Ogres? Apart from their windpipe?
I love them. They're not Minotaurs, but they're pretty good. Just, again, do damage to the plug hole.
Yes, true. And of course,
don't take them in the bath.
Oh no! I mean, well, we live and learn. Oh, that's a nice little punch to the face, isn't it? These gutter runners are getting ahead of a pace in, but they're still managing to stay on the pitch.
Yeah, the beauty of dodge, isn't it? Just keeping them upright, But the ball carrier's still got it. If they can clear a path, he can get in there.
Yeah, there's still a hell of a lot of rats between them in the way, though. Perhaps I would have taken Wrestle down to go and get them out of the way, but seems a bit of an odd to go and use a reroll then, but... Oh, hello. No, I mean, I think all he's done there is just got himself deeper into the plug hole of doom, to go and use your analogy.
He's one square closer. That's useful. He's 2 squares closer. Look at that. That's clever.
He's also another square closer to rats, though.
Well, if he can get other people around the support.
True.
I was
going to say, as you can see from the formation, though, that because of the nature of having that second group of 3 so close, they're not really of any use there.
No, he has managed to box them in nicely. Oh,
Wrestle.
Good old wrestle. I do
wrestle.
love it.
Yeah, it's one of his really underrated skills, I think. Along with plug hole cleaning, evidently.
Oh,
hello.
Another KO.
And there's a gutter runner now.
Oh, that feels good. Always feels good to see a gutter runner come off the pitch. I'm sorry, I'm not being. I am being impartial. It's just gutter runners. You know, gutter runners are war dancers.
But there's nothing quite like a gutter runner in full flow.
No.
Hello.
Oh, no.
Dear.
It was a desperate hope, really, wasn't it, to try a dice like that.
But when we're sort of trying to get some more people around before he tries and punch them in the face.
Come on, the Bretts, you can do this.
I've got a feeling they're going to make a bit of a hole here.
Clear that. Push the other guy
out
off.
the way.
Get yourself down to the touch zone. You can do this.
This would then go and completely open the game up.
Oh, that's interesting.
Oh, look at that. A cheeky little back fist, and he's down the pitch to score. Ka-choo, ka-choo, choo.
Pegasus Flyers brings it in.
I'm trying out a new catchphrase. I'm not sure that will catch on.
Ka-choo, ka-choo.
Ka-choo, ka-choo. It's all in the volume and the way of delivery, as my mentor once said.
Ka-choo, ka-choo.
Can you stop saying that, because it's actually mine? You have to come up with something original. Okay? We've spoken about this before.
Ka-choo, ka-choo, ka-choo.
Right, that's it. I'm going to have to go and get my legal references on.
I did it 3 times.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Actually, I suppose I can't legally see you for that. So the game's still relatively... I mean, that was only, 2 or 3 turns, so Brett has still left himself plenty of time.
As we said, there was more touchdowns in there, and it looks like they can not only equalise, but they may be able to score. However, they are kicking to the Skaven now, and the Skaven doing their trademark cheese wedge formation.
Cheese wedge! Go on, I thought you were going to say cheese wedge, woo. Okay, fair enough. So, and also, you notice this time, the Bretts do not definitely want to exceed another one, so they've set up with a few more people back in the backfield just to try and stop. Even the Rats didn't go and put the extra one on the cheese tip.
Yeah, their defence is important.
Those ladies of ill repute gave you a bit of a cheese tip last night. Did you have to pay extra for that?
Good repute, my young man. Good repute.
But the Skaven, I mean, as we know, if there's a hole, they will find it, and those gutter runners just do not care about personal space. They have gone already.
A bit like you last night after a few wines, isn't it?
Well, I mean, I know it was me that invoked the wrestling. I regret nothing. But so all they need to do is pick the ball up. Oh, hello.
Okay, so he's moved back. He's ready for a bit of a throw. You see, the Skaven here can just hold and defend if they want to. You know, but I mean, the best defense, I guess, is attack. How do you feel?
Definitely. I mean, as you say, right now the Bretts need to go and chase the ball. But the problem is, if you chase the ball with a Skaven, all he's going to do is dodge to one side and throw it down to one of his 2 gutter runner mates. So.
Yeah, the danger is leaving that gap, isn't it? And you've got 2 gutter runners already over into the Bretts' path.
I think the Bretts need a little slice of luck. But at least their punches are connecting more in the second half.
Look at that knight flying like the Pegasus, the winged horses they are.
It should be illegal how fast he's just moved.
They are really sprinting across that pitch to hold themselves up.
Oh, hello. The gutter runner's getting a bit of a pace in, but dodge skill again.
Keeps them up, doesn't it? Keeps them up. So they're both marked, but it's always tough with them.
And I suppose that one on the touchline has only got one mark, and so he's got a tiny bit of an easy way. Perhaps his other Brett can try and get around the side, yeah.
Can he get into? Yes, and he's marking him.
And okay, he's a bit on his own, but he's still going to make the thrower have to do something. He needs a bit of magic. Can you sense magic in the air? Oh, oh dear. He was so close. I think that's...
So that's freed up the ball runner.
Now, what's he going to do with it?
What is the thrower going to do with the ball, do you think?
I think he's going to probably move down that wing and... he's decided to throw.
Is he going to bury the ball?
He's going to throw.
He is throwing.
That is...
It's a fumble! Oh! He was in it. He was being marked. He was being put off by the Brett player. So Brett player did his job. Fantastic.
It's a bold move, and unfortunately, that's basically turned the ball over.
Can the Bretts now?
That's clever.
Can they do something with it? So they've covered the
Safety
ball
first. Make sure that gut runner. Oh,
nice on the sideline there. That's a wonderful move.
These gut runners, apart from that KO'd one, they've been pretty resilient. He's stunned, but the Bretts now really need to go and try and get as many of these rats on the floor as possible, just so that when they go, someone to come and scoop up the ball in their gauntleted claw.
Take him down, isn't it? Look, it just keep hitting him, and he just keeps staying upright.
This game really could go either way at the moment. So, and even let's say if the Bretts go and equalise, there's nothing saying that Skaven won't come back with a cheeky last-minute winner. Oh,
there's that jam again.
It is. He's just. I'm pretty sure that guy spent more time on the floor examining the grass than he has bothered trying to go and beat the crap out of people.
So they have the ball protected, so that's useful. I mean,
but the Skaven don't really need to score. Let's be honest.
No, you're right. They just need to hold it up.
But even with Fend, granted that player can't move, but his chums can still go and start swarming around now. And this is where the danger is, because the Bretts don't really have that much support back there.
Was there a lack of Storm Fiends in this Skaven?
Yeah, I can't see any Storm Vermin.
So it's Storm Vermin, that's right. So it's literally gutter runners, throwers, and linemen. So it really is speed. How has he done that? Oh, that should be unfair.
That
Fantastic.
Ridiculous. There's two players around the ball. They push one out of the way. He walks in there like it's like the no one. That's ridiculous.
How can he pick that up and run through? But fantastic. That is gutter runners all over.
If anyone wanted to know what the Skaven can do, you just show them that clip. That is ridiculous. And the Bretts now.
It's clever, isn't it? I mean, the fact is, okay, no rat ogre, no storm vermin. So what do you do? But the thing that really makes them stand out is that speed, is that agility. So he's maxed on that, and it's worked fantastic for him.
This coach knows exactly what the Skaven is good for.
Another gentle gust. Apologies, that hangover
smells of Pegasus eggs. Did you have Pegasus eggs on toast this morning?
Wow, I don't really like to admit it because it's illegal, but that is a long pass. Is it going to reach?
Oh my
word!
What a catch!
How on earth have they done that?
I think he's going to try and punch that gut runner in the face on the way to. Oh! He was so close.
No. Desperation called. I think that was too much. But...
Say it quietly, little Jay. But I've got a horrible feeling Skaven here could get the ball and go and get like a fourth. I think at this point.
No, they couldn't. Do you think?
They've got more than enough time.
There is a gap there. If they can keep the gap open, then the gutter runners.
Because the Bretts they push right up again, haven't they? So.
Here he goes. Here he goes.
What a surprise! Gutter runner goes and starts running.
Yeah. No, there is a couple of people in the backfield. So.
Oh yes, I can just about see them through the fog of your fart.
It is ripe, isn't it?
I'm
quite enjoying the chewing on that.
Yeah, so I'm going to spread it over my baguette again and again. I must say it's not a double entendre. Again, these gutter runners. I mean, and even the knocked out one is back on the pitch.
Oh, anyway, unfortunate. I didn't expect to see that happen.
He may have sure hands, but the only thing he's got is a sure fumble.
So they've done well. They've screened the ball off. and the Brets are not getting around the other side so easily.
Kachuga, woo woo! Oh, sorry, they've just scored a touchdown. It's the brain damage I've got. So can you see the Brets getting a consolation?
At this late, they've got 2 turns left. It's so close to the end, and the ball being that far out. If they can put pressure on and pick it up, it only takes that one go to do it. But
it's looking unlikely, isn't it?
It is looking unlikely because if that thrower, they can't reach him, can they? They can't reach him.
No, they could try as a must, but they just don't have the rat legs to get back there.
It's a shame after such an amazing throw earlier as well. They did deserve it, something.
The blitzer tried pushing his luck. I mean, you don't blame him because that was exactly the play needed to do, but his luck just ran out.
Absolutely. Nuffle clearly had enough of his chateau.
And these Brets now, I think they've got one thing on their mind, and that's try and at least take one of those rats with them. Hasn't been any casualties this game, has there?
No. If someone could foul a gutter runner prior to me having to play them, that would be lovely. Thank you.
Sorry, I've been reminded by our sponsors to remind you of your impartiality. Can you stop throwing rocks at the gutter runners, please?
Damn it.
They will revoke your license. Which don't matter much because you'll just kill them. And
they are well tied up. There is a running lane though down the end, down the side of the field.
And also, as we saw from the last touchdown, that gut runner didn't really care about 2 people being around him. Or 3 or 4 actually in this race. So. There they go. I've got a horrible feeling the Skaven to score again. I really do.
They could well do.
Look at this, because they plugged that hole and they've got another gutter runner downfield.
Yeah, but they have got a couple of...
Oh, that's better.
There's a couple of Brets still lurking. They've cleared... Oh, we got an injury.
Tall Talifa. What's wrong with him? Broken neck. Ouch. That shouldn't be at that angle. I just thought he was trying to tie his shoelaces up, but no, his neck now bends that way.
What? What happened there?
I think one of your errant rocks may have fallen underneath the foot of someone and they've tripped over it. Regardless of that, the Brets are determined not to go and maintain a tiny modicum of pride.
That's it. That gutter runner is the only one, unless they could do a handoff, you see, they could throw to that one, pass to that other one, and let's be honest, if they do the same kind of thing... Oh,
no.
Come on, you've got this, you can do it. Oh, and he's got it.
And he's going to push him out of the way. Go on,
you can do this.
Why did he follow up?
No!
If you pushed him out of the way, you had the ball. If you just left him...
But I don't know if he had enough turns to movement. I think he had to follow up.
They moved pretty swift. I think.
But he was on the floor, wasn't he?
Yeah. But anyway, the Skaven, can they go and get?
Oh, so here they've done. Now, is he going to do the handoff to the other gutter runner?
Got to, surely.
With all those people around, is it going to work? That's unbelievable. How does that work?
He's not.
Oh my god! Oh no!
Gachoo! Bloody hell! 4-1. The Skaven here are just taking the mick. I mean, and after the Bretonnians showing last time out, everyone thought they were invincible, and the Skaven have just tore them a new one.
I am stunned.
So, who else is really looking forward to playing the Skaven later in this league?
I'm not. I already played them and held them to a draw.
I remember seeing that game. It almost seemed like, and you can stop me here because obviously you were there coaching. It almost seemed like time itself stopped, and that.
Yes, it could have well done. So what have we got? We got 1 touchdown against the ball. 2 passes were completed. 6 armor breaks each.
I mean, and people say that the passing game is dead. I mean, it evidently on this showing 3 passes, and they were all successfully caught. Let's not forget about that. And some of them were quite lengthy.
50 blocks succeeded from the Pegasus.
21
to 21. So they were really much more aggressive, but there was very little in the way of armor breaks, really.
And also, look at that. The sum total of injuries, 0 for the Skaven. So Skaven walk out of here, 4 touchdowns up. Look at that. Hutch the Manji, 8 star player points. Crack Slinkslit, 6 star player points. These gutter runners are going to be star players in no time, aren't they?
Yeah, though the targets on their hoods have just grown.
Mm.
So,
But I think the only problem is that those targets will get smaller the further they run away from you.
that is true. I mean, they were handing off balls under 2 tackle zones, dodging out, and then just scoring. That is
For
an
fun.
absolute crazy stat.
I mean, some people go and do that kind of move as a desperation play just to try and get back into the game. But the Skaven did this when they were 3-1 up and the game was in the bag.
So how
Which
do
is
you
crazy.
feel? Are they favourites, or do you think that the Brets can come back? Win the
I don't.
league?
I think as last season showed. I mean, the Dark Elves got destroyed 4-0, I think, by the Necromantic team. They came back to win the league. One bad result does not change a good team. Ultimately, the Brets, I think they were found a bit short today against a very good Skaven team who, they did have some luck, but ultimately they put themselves around to go and make sure that they could go and score, and they did. They did exactly what was said in the tin. I think, if anything, the Brets almost gave them a bit too much of the pitch, really, I think, to open with. So if they try to close it down a bit more from that first drive, try and eat a bit more time, but...
Yeah, but the Brets' passing play was phenomenal, and I think that we'll see more of that as we go on, and that will be a very tough thing to defend against.
And also, one thing I think the Bretonnians have got in their favour, we mustn't forget this, is they got a pug ugly lineman. I mean, that guy he's going to haunt my dreams.
Again, you're looking at me.
Oh yeah, it's really different because it's just the way this stadium lights just catch you. It's getting weird flashbacks, to be honest. So did we? We didn't. I mean, in the bath. I know. Yeah, that was the rat ogre.
That was the rat ogre graph. I think that's it. My hangover is becoming intolerable.
Right.
I must go and throw up on a skink.
Excellent. And I'm going to go and have another bath. So it's good night for me.
Night.
And he's gone. He's gone. I don't know where he's gone. I think he's going to go and find some more rocks to go and throw gutter runners. It's obviously his new hobby. Thank you. Good night.